guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Commodores will kick it off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big run.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
And the Beavers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again.
Get out of here with a W offense.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
They have a first down at the 41-yard line.
Paid for this?
Oh, man.
They're dealing with a second and long. Leaves it with the running back. They bring him down, and not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one, was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense is doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
The Beavers will snap it on 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Quick pass on the jet motion. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to pass. It's Murphy. Here comes the hit. The sure hand. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
The Beavers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Wants to throw on 3rd. Here's the hit. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Great timing by the defense there. Obviously, the offense has the ball in the red zone, and you're trying to create a negative play to back them up. They do that with the sack, and if they're now going to try a field goal, it's going to be a little more work for the kicker.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And this one will be a 40-yard try from the left hash. It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's for a crease to the left. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. In the backfield, it's Dillon. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up the first down.
Well, the short passing game is a great tool for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Offense changing the play. Back to pass, it's Pavia. Fires to the midfield. Quick step and goal. Big gain on that one as he stepped out of bounds with a first down.
And what a weapon in this offense to have a tight end that you can throw the football to, not just over the middle, not just to move the sticks, but a guy like this that can absolutely blaze, like a Warren, like a Bowers we've seen over the years, that can make huge plays down the field after the catch.
Now let's see if they can follow up that huge play. 1st and 10 from the 23. Send the tight end in motion. Trying to seal the edge on the right. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled out at the 14-yard line.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back, you better block the defensive end. That's priority number 1. Good job blocking the defensive end, getting a nice positive game on the toss play.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They want to run this quarterback. Terrific run.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm.
Next going for the goal line. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Vandy.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. A little bit of feeling each other out there, down 7-3 as they open this drive. Back to throw, it's Murphy. Bringing the heat. And the Beavers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. On the ground, it's Hankerson. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. Wants to pass. It's caught. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. If you're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
The Beavers come to the line with a new set of downs. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up.
And you want to run the football. And that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Are you kidding me? Really? Are you kidding me?
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. It's a draw.
Sneak that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5 plus. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off, and he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Run the option, and they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. That's it for the period, and it's Vanderbilt holding the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break.
Air it out there, fellas.
They'll leave it with it. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Man, oh man, am I upset at my offensive line to give up penetration that fast? Man, we blinked and missed it.
He barely got the ball and just got destroyed immediately. What a great play. And they have converted their first 2 3rd down opportunities, but this one a 3rd and long. Unloads to the right. It's picked off, and they blow the flag with a turnover. Got some room to run. Bulldozer his way through. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Looking for room. It's Alexander. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Making side adjustments here. Back to throw. It's Pavia.
Puro vaquero.
Near the sticks. It's Stewart. Touchdown, Commodores. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
What was that?
The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And he made the extra point without problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Durant. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Now they've got breathing room, got 6 all the way out to the 20.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Beavers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
First and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Looking for space. It's Dickerson. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
And the Beavers will snap it on first and 10. They'll try it over the outside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's second and 10. To the air. It's Murphy.
Hey, man, if you're going to make plays like that on slant throws, you got to be able to make catches in traffic. Good, strong hands by the wide out there on the slant.
The Beavers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your deep.
Oh, misjudges it a bit and muffs it. Touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get in the space and make the big game.
Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap. downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots, you soften up the coverage, you get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running game later on. Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. So nice job that time by the defense.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Dropping back, it's Murphy. They got him free for a big gain down to the 43.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Has to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Defense was right there, but they couldn't stop him from making the catch, and he's got it to the 30.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go.
I'll tell you something, in college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute ball hawk.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They go to the ground. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Looking for a man. It's Pavia. He's man downfield. He's got some space. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching it.
Well, in the modern era of college football, you're seeing more and more athletic tight ends. Like what you just saw right there. The defense had no chance covering that guy down the field. He makes them look silly on his way in for the long touchdown.
And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd.
Another day at the
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They take over late
double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll do it to the middle. Worked his way to the 38 before they stopped him. It's a 5-yard gain, and that'll be a first down.
And on second down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a third down situation when you had to throw the football.
Going to try and get it himself.
That's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing, I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he punctuated that drive by ripping off a 38-yard run for 6. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. He might want another play. Looking to throw, it's Pavia. Throws to the wideout. Just from the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Now on first down from the 43. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his man. It's Stowers. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
To the air on second down. Steps away to find some room.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators will tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense.
And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point sails through for a 28-10 lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Here's the handoff. Shake. And another broken tackle. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every point. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. To the ground. Pick up the first. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. He'll start the return inside his 5. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far. Not good enough for picking up 5 out to the 24.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Right back to the well. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
It's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Quarterback may change this route. Looking for a man. It's Bobby. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
You're trying to get the ball in your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Kick is in the air. And now the head knocks it loose. And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds.
Man, that's one of those where you just go, dadgummit, if we had a little bit more space. Nice job creating the fumble, but just running out of real estate, not able to land on it. Man, you just get a little bit frustrated because you wanted that turnover. You caused the fumble, you just couldn't secure it.
Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. On the run, it's Hankerson. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wide receiver. Here comes the option. Comes out. What a disastrous play. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. The give to the back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. And the Beavers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking downfield, it's Murphy. And defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Yeah, and you can tell he was trying to run with that football before he caught it. That slant route, you stick your foot in the ground, cut towards the QB. Those are one of those plays where he puts it on the money and you just try to make yards after the catch, but key word being after the catch.
So now it's 2nd and long. It's a draw.
And oftentimes running backs love draw plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second, so the D-line's rushed away upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
The Beavers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. The Beavers are facing 3rd and inches. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. It'll be a run. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
And the Beavers look to keep this drive humming. They'll leave it with the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a great play by the defense. They've got the lead by a lot here in the 3rd quarter, and the offense is trying to run at them. And they just completely blew that thing up. Big tackle for loss. They've now put him in an obvious passing situation. Expect them to pin their ears back, try to get after the quarterback here.
They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love
love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
The Beavers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Under fire. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
And sometimes these QBs, man, you just want them to hang in the pocket maybe just a little bit longer. It's 3rd down. I got a little bit I got to get, and I think he pulls the football down, tries to make a play with his feet, but the defense does their job and forces the 4th down.
And if the kicker can put one through, this will be... They fake it. Oh, no, the kick. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. It's a fake change of the Giants. The man is loose, and it's a touchdown. Just textbook execution on the fake field goal, and trickeration equals touchdown.
And we saw them practicing this throughout the week, but when are you going to call it? Are you going to call it? Because you got to have the onions to call it in a big moment. They call it. They convert. What a call by the offense.
Coming out with it, it's Dillon. Delivers the stiff arm. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
There's an example of a dude getting beat one-on-one with his quarterback getting closer and closer to his end zone, man. That's scary.
The Commodores now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Let's go! They try to get outside on the left. Look out, he's got room. Several defenders get an assist on that.
Backed up like this, don't get a negative play. Create some space. Nice job by the offense. Nice run.
And as soon as you squirt through that hole, you can make a big play, and that's what they did there. And the Commodores come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Quarterback keeper, and some room to work. In space. The 40, at the 30, past the 10, touchdown Commodores, and the beatdown has ensued.
I mean, talk about hard to stop. Like, so many weapons, so much speed, and then your quarterback is going to go 50-plus. Defensive coordinators, that's why nobody wants to play defense anymore or coach defense. You want to be on the offensive side of the football because otherwise you got to defend weapons like these that are just weapons of mass destruction.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the points came courtesy of that 80-yard run to the house. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take it in. This drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the tailback. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
The Beavers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback touch pass on the chest. They'll move the sticks for a first down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Power football with the run.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Running back searching for a hole. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
Just needs a crack to get a return. Still on his feet. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Quick window. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build on. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you, and a couple of guys who start just about ready to go with the final quarter. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw, it's Fabia. In the middle, it's building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today. And we know if it gets close in the 4th quarter, they're going to look his way. So the defense really needs to have a plan.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
Come on, boys. Let's pound the rock.
Looking for a crease. It's Alexander. Leads him this step on and he's running free. They ripped off a big one and they get it down to the 27.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed. and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I would continue to feed this workhorse.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Sends it back in motion. On the move. Powers through the defender. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
People are getting paid. People are getting paid.
Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this third and short. The option look. And they had 6 more going over that trip to the house.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Point, they push the lead out a little further. They march 79 yards on the drive, and the house call coming on the one from the 23. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead.
Thank you. Go, baby. Let's go. People are getting paid. People are cashing checks.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Murphy. Unloads to the right. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it there.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And the Beavers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass.
backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
They're running the curl route against zone coverage. The quarterback knows that's going to be a tight window. He's got to rifle that ball into his wide receiver. He does just that, and as a result, they pick up the first down.
The Beavers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Murphy. Throws for the tight end. Finds a man on the left. Can't quite cross the frame to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
The Beavers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get in with the run. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal.
Let's go.
Looking for a path to the end zone. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, the consolation prize, if you will. Safe to say the offense could have used a few more plays like that earlier in the game.
Too little, too late. At least you got something going. You got some kind of rhythm. The offense picks some points up. And man, if they'd have started a little bit better, they might have had a chance to be a little bit more in this ballgame.
Here comes the 2-point try. He's not going to make it. They stop him at the 1, and the 2-pointer is no good. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
Yeah. Here we go. Come on, baby. Here we go. On the ready? More movement.
Looks like the offense will just take a knee.
And a running game can be really hard to stop when you got so many guys that can do some damage. And this defense is taking some licks. This QB's made them look silly a couple of times, but they're starting to adjust. Gotta like that play right now, getting to him and getting him on the ground.
Well, this quarterback has had a lot of success putting this defense with his legs. That time, though, there was nowhere to go. Give the defense credit. They won their one-on-ones up front. Tremendous speed getting to him and bringing him down for a TFL.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Not only the scoreboard, but the clock on the side of the offense as they take a knee. The defense stop it a couple more times.
How about this, dude? You think they're locked in and dialed into this quarterback and his ability to run the football? You've seen him make plays throughout this game. They know it. They're seeing it, and they're making sure that guy's not going to beat him.
Give me a break. Have some pride.
Awful. Seriously, just disgraceful.
What?
This This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.